Hey guys, I want to be the first to welcome you to our home box and host of this year's Day of the Dead Rise of 3's competition, CrossFit Catawba Valley. My name is Casey and I'm one of the proud owners of CrossFit Catawba Valley, and I will be your primary contact for the upcoming competition. Just a reminder that you can early register for the competition up until September 30th at our registration partner, unbrokenseries.com/Day of the Dead. Also a reminder, this competition will be comprised of 3 all-male or all-female teams in both RX, scaled, and 40+ Masters divisions. Going forward, one workout will be released each week until all 4 workouts have been revealed. Stay tuned to our Facebook event page for the latest post and answers to any questions that may arise. We look forward to seeing you on November 4th. All right guys, welcome back to CrossFit Catawba Valley. We're here today to announce WOD 2 of our Day of the Dead competition upcoming on November 4th. This workout, known as Devil's Descent, has 2 movements: the rope climb and the cluster. The cluster defined as a squat clean directly into a thruster as one motion. It is also a 12-minute AMRAP. The workout starts with 15 12-foot rope climbs. After completing the 15 rope climbs, the team immediately goes into 21 clusters. Back to the rope for 12 rope climbs, back to the bar for 18 clusters. The catch here is the weight goes up as the reps go down. Back to the rope for 9 rope climbs, back to the barbell for 12 thrusters. Back to the rope, 6 repetitions, back to the barbell for the final set of clusters, which are max reps in the remaining time. All those weights are listed here. The difference between the RX and Masters division are 2 things. 1, the weights go down as listed here. Also, the rep scheme changes for the rope climbs only. The rope climbs for Masters, both male and female, are 12 in the first round, 9 in the second, 6 in the third, and 3 in the final round. In the scale divisions, they will be completing also 2 movements with a 12-minute AMRAP. The 2 movements are 50-foot sled pull, 90 pounds for the women, 180 pounds for the men, followed by thrusters in the same fashion. At the start of the workout, athlete 1 climbs the 14-foot rope and touches the metal beam at the top of the rope. Please note the resting 2 athletes are standing on their mat. Athlete 2 is then allowed to start climbing once both resting athletes are on the mat. At any time, the 2 resting athletes can load the bar to prepare for the clusters. Also note, this athlete does not release from the rope until her hands are clearly under the 10-foot mark on the rope. Also note here, athlete 1 is choosing to do 2 rope climbs, while athlete 3 is choosing to do 0 to prepare for the clusters. This is a true team event. Whoever is better at any one movement may choose to do more or less of any. Athletes are not required to do any of either movement. As the opposite of the rope climbs, in this example, athlete is on the mat while doing the clusters, while the opposite 2 resting athletes are off the mat. In the scale division, athletes will be performing a sled pull, 50 feet. Their feet will be inside a roughly 3x3 foot box. At any time, if they step outside that 3 foot box, they will have to perform 5 burpees. Also, if the sled travels outside lanes that will be marked on game day, the team also must perform 5 burpees. At the conclusion of the 50-foot sled pull, the athlete then goes to the opposite side of the sled and backpedals the 50 feet to reset the sled for the next athlete. The FAR judge will determine that the sled is back in its starting position. Then the athlete may sprint back to the start. When 2 athletes are on the mat, the second athlete can then begin their sled pull. Athletes are allowed to help clean up the rope and keep it safe for all participants. The athlete is also allowed to hold the end of the rope so it stops in its final starting position, but is not allowed to start pulling the rope until the athlete returns to the mat and the judge gives the okay. Also note here, at any time the athlete is working, the two resting athletes may be loading the bar for the cluster. As the clusters ascend in weight each round, it will be important that the two resting athletes add the appropriate amount of weight. As opposite of when the sled is being pulled, the two resting athletes must be in their lane but off the mat. Only one athlete may be working on the mat. Again, athletes may choose to split these reps however they choose. Standards for the cluster will be described in the video following. Standards for the cluster include the barbell starts from the floor, the athlete performs a full squat clean, hip crease below the knee, and finishes with the arms locked out overhead. A power clean plus thruster will also be allowed as long as the bar continuously moves once the front squat is initiated. Examples of no reps are an incomplete squat. Also, not locking out overhead. Also, as described here, anytime the bar stops, a push press, push jerk will not be allowed.